We are live. Josh, aka Grey Duck Customs. We are here with Project Hondarod. This is going to be a 90-day makeover series. We're starting off with a live tonight because we're excited. We're celebrating. This is going to be a good time. For those of you that don't know, this is the world's first mid-engine Honda-powered hot rod. And you can see she's looking pretty mean. Project Hondarod has been on the road now for about 4.5 years. 5-year anniversary is coming up April 21st. So that's why we're doing the 90-day rebuild, 90-day refresh. We're going to have a 5-year celebration party. We're going to put some new paint on it. We're going to do a little bit of interior work. I'm also going to change the engine and transmission. So instead of this being 130 horse, we're going to have a lot more horsepower very, very soon. So stay tuned. We're doing a complete engine and transmission swap on this. So, yeehaw. Tonight I'm going to kick off the series, the 90-day rebuild series, by taking the doors off, showing you the car, looking underneath the hood, and maybe disconnecting the battery, disconnecting the gauges, show you kind of what I'm doing with the wiring and stuff like that. And then kind of talk about, the body work and what we got planned for that too, because we've got a lot in store. So stay tuned. If you're not followed, follow, subscribe, all that kind of fun jazz. I'm here and on Instagram as Project Hondarod and as Grey Duck Customs. So let's go to it. All right, here we have Project Hondarod. So the car was built by myself in a little 2-car garage, this garage I'm in actually. And the project did take about 1.5 years, 2 years to build. So full fiberglass, one-off, hand-sculpted body. And since we're going to take the car apart here, we'll kind of open up everything. Got a pair of the Honda Del Sol seats in the front. Got a Toyota MR2 shifter. There's a Willwood triple pedal assembly down there. Hydro car, yo. Got a Honda. And then the rear of the car is Honda Del Sol as well. So again, this is coming out. We're going to be doing an engine and transmission swap. I'm not telling you what I'm getting quite yet, but we're going to be doing a 90-day rebuild here, so you guys will see what's going in place of that very, very soon. So I think I'm going to take out, I think the first thing to do would be to disconnect the battery, right, guys? I mean, we got a small little Braille battery back here. Sorry about the lighting. Not that great. I had to do this because the shifter cables are going right where the battery is, so I had to get the smallest battery possible. Just so you guys know, this does have a cable shifted transmission, which is out of a D17. This is a D15 JDM. It keeps, so I will try to not walk around here and see if the internet connection gets any better. And I think the first thing to do is going to be to pull the doors off, right? The battery is officially disconnected. Almost officially. There we go. That was a pretty easy step one, huh? I think next up we're going to take off the doors. And the doors come out fairly easily. I've got an interior door panel here. save all the screws while we're doing this. I've got an interior panel door here that's just a piece of fiberglass. It's molded to kind of fit the inside of the door shape. It's kind of dirty inside there. Woo! And then, to get the doors off, if I remember correctly, I think it is a 13 mil or 14 mil to actually get the doors off. 14 mil, I guess right. It's been a long time. I'm surprised I remembered that. I'm going to close this temporarily just so the door doesn't fall on me here. I'll show you what I got here for the door hinge. That's another thing that's on the list to change is the door hinge. Over the last 5 years, there have been a lot of passengers, let's just say that, and some of them have been very, very nice to the door hinges, and others have not. So the door hinges that I originally built were more of a function over form kind of thing, and they have wore out. So we're gonna change that a little bit while we're at it. The whole body takes about 20 minutes to get off this car. It's all modular. So once the doors come off, each one of the quarter panels comes off, the dashboard comes off, the front clip comes off all as one piece. So I did that intentionally. What are we hanging up on here? There we go. There we go. So that's how easy it is to take the door off. Just 3 bolts on the back of the door, go to a plate, mount around a hinge. Pretty simple. And doing that gives me a lot more room to get in and take all the wire harnesses out, you know. So it makes sense just to get the door out of the way. One of the things that I do have planned is I'd like to change the angle of the door hinge because I'd like it to open the door a little bit further than what it currently does. It kind of bottoms out. So I'd like to change the geometry on that just a little bit and try to swing the door a little bit further open just for ease of entrance, but no big deal, right? Pull the other one off a bit while we're at it here. I hope this lag is getting better. Same thing, driver's side in panel, door panel insert. And door number 2, we're done, just like that. I designed the car to come apart as easy as possible just for serviceability down the road. And it's been fantastic. It's really, really, really easy to work on. Change our camera angle here to help you guys out a little bit. There we go. How's that? A little bit better, huh? There we go. So what I'm doing right now is picking up the gauges. This is a stock Honda Del Sol gauge shroud. And I use that when I mold the dashboard to kind of keep it that Honda theme. I've used as much Honda components as I possibly could in the car, just to stay true to the Hondarod theme that we were going with. Can't remember. That's a broken piece of Honda. Again, this is a stock Honda Del Sol gauge cluster, which we're going to be changing out, and I'll show you what I'm putting in here in just a second. If I can get these dashboard plugs off. Okay. Gauges down. So, what's going to go on here is I've got this really cool digital gauge cluster, and it just happens to fit right in that stock opening. So the game plan is I'll take this shroud off. I should do that right now. That's what I should do. Let's see if this is going to work. I suppose I don't care if I break it. I'm not going to reuse the stock gauges. Let me grab a tool here. Yep, this is just gonna break this. This gauge cluster is really, really old. So I'm gonna try to do this without being destructive, but it's gonna crack apart. It's all good. I only need the clear cover anyway. We don't need the rest of it. Just breaking plastic all over tonight. It's all good. All good. What you probably can't see from the angle that you're sitting at right now is there is a complete Honda Del Sol fuse box up in here too. And that is something that I want to change out because it does not need that. All right, so I should just lift up here. I think I have a, oh. Pull that out. There we go. Now it lifts up. So there's our stock gauge cluster. We will not be reusing that. So what I think is going to happen is I'm going to put the gauges like so. So I'll have a set of Nordscog gauges here behind the stock cluster. It's kind of the game plan. Let's see if I can mock that up. I might be able to. See if I can sneak this up behind here. Like so. Sneak that like so. We're going to have to modify it a little bit. That's the idea, though. It'll work. It's going to be close enough. It'll totally work. Great. And that stock shroud can go back on. Something like that. These Del Sol dashboard parts are getting really, really, really difficult to find, by the way. There we go. So do something like that. Maybe I'll push it back a little further. Yeah, that's going to be cool. That's going to totally work. Yeah, had these sitting around for a long little while now. Just waiting for the right moment. Today is the right moment. Pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. That's going to work fantastic. I think what I got to do next is actually take the dashboard assembly off. Start pulling the harnesses. So getting about 20 minutes now on this live. I didn't really want to go crazy tonight and have you guys stick around for, an hour or 3 hours or whatever. But thanks for stopping by. Again, I'm going to be doing a full build video on this, so follow along if you're not following, and share it if you want to share it if you think it's going to be cool, and stay tuned. We're going to do some time lapse. We're going to do some tearing apart, all that kind of fun jazz. And yeah, 90 days kicks off tonight, so rock and roll, everybody. Have a great evening, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.